Hi, Mom. I say hi, Mom, because I'm pretty sure you're about the only person that's going to probably watch this channel. So it's decided to start making videos for year 2. What's going on? So far, year 2 ain't off to a great start. After I came back from my birthday trip in Vegas, which was sweet, the day before I was supposed to leave out at 3 in the morning. So this was this last Saturday at 3 in the morning, which was the day after I got back from Vegas. I got sent a trip, which was a pretty decent trip, even though it would have had me going up to Portland again. Of course, it was 3 in the morning. I just came back from Vegas. Even if I had the sound on my phone turned up, there was no chance of it waking me up. Woke up about 8 in the morning to see it, and if you don't accept the trip after about an hour, it automatically removes itself. So that bugged the hell out of me. Then I was supposed to be back moving again Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And I got up at about 6:30, which time I needed to pack up everything, get moving, get down to the yard, be ready to go by 10 a.m. At about 6:45, a trip came in that was for the first one that came in at 3 in the morning was for just shy of 1,000 miles. This one that came in right as I was getting ready, it was for just shy of 500, basically going from LA to Sacramento. And the kicker on it was it wasn't picking up until I couldn't pick it up until 3 in the afternoon Monday, and then it was supposed to drop off at 8 in the morning the next day, which totally blew. I accepted the trip anyways, and then I got an extra day at home, but I had to stay up late because I was expecting to have to drive all through Monday night on my first day back, which was why I was going to suck. So I had to flip my schedule real quick. I was actually up until about 3 or 4 in the morning. The last 2 hours I was up was actually just trying to figure out how I was going to do that trip. Make it on time, make it within the 14 hours, which I really came to the conclusion that I was just going to be late on it. There was no way around it. But I figured that was for the next day, so I went to sleep. This time, oh, shut up, Megan. Shut up. About 8 in the morning, because this time I had left the sound on my phone. My phone goes off, and this time it does wake me up, and that load's been canceled. So I say, well, fuck it. I'll wait and see what they send me. Kind of go back to sleep. About an hour later, get another message for another trip that they sent me and then immediately removed. This one was from LA to Fresno, about 280 miles. So I was like, oh, kind of dodged a bullet on that one. And about 10 minutes after that happens, I get a call a message from the safety department. They want me to talk to them about why the camera on my truck isn't communicating with them. So call them, talk to her, and it's like, yeah, my camera's not communicating because it's been sitting at the yard for a week, and before I left I disconnected there's a little kill switch on the truck that if you're going to be gone for more than 2 days, you turn it off so it cuts all electrical draw from the battery so you don't come back to a dead battery. But yeah, so I haven't been on the truck and it's been completely off. That's why the camera's not sending you video. And so I was okay, and at that point I realized I'm awake now, even though I only slept for like 5 hours at that point. Call my DM and say, hey, what's going on? According to the person I talked to in safety, there's a lot of freight in California at that point. And while I'm talking to my DM, she's all, yeah, there's really nothing going on right now. While I was talking to my DM, I mentioned to her that whole thing about getting sent a decent trip at like 3 in the morning, like a day and a half before I'm supposed to come back. Well, that trip was set up so that I could have picked up when I was supposed to be back, could have made it plenty of time. It was a good trip. And I talked to her about the fact that this has happened every time I've come back from home time. I've gotten sent a good trip when I'm not going to respond to it, and then the trip I end up getting dispatched when I come back is crap. And she said she'd bring it up with her higher ups. They were supposedly having a meeting that day, and I guess this is something a lot of other drivers have complained about as well. I'm at home. If you're gonna send me a trip, I get the plan with doing that is so that as soon as you're off home time, you're ready to roll. You're already dispatched. You're good to go. You just get back to your truck and you get on the road. Howdy, perfect. But don't send it to us at 3 in the fucking morning. It's annoying. But so yeah, the trip I ended up on, I drove up to Fresno. So yeah, I left on that one. That one also picked up at 3 in the afternoon. No, that one was scheduled for 6 in the evening, Monday. Dropped off yesterday. Only 250 miles, and I guess technically, when I got to the pickup, I mean, this thing was scheduled. If I could have teleported the truck from the yard to the pickup at 6, the drop off was at 8 in the morning. And it was a live unload. That's 14 hours. So there was no way to make that trip. I started my clock. So you got to do a pre-trip. Takes about 15 minutes if you're doing the legal. The DOT legal pre-trip. They want to see at least 15 minutes on pre and post trip. If you're doing a real one, it takes about half an hour. I kind of, depending on the day, sometimes I fudge it and I do a quick walk around and just do the 15-minute minimum just so I can get rolling. Most of the time, I'm clocking in about somewhere between 25 and 35 minutes. But so, right there, just doing the pre-trip means I'm not going to make it on time. So as soon as I picked up, as I sent my loaded call in saying, hey, I got the load, I'm rolling out. Here's my updated ETA. I'm going to need at least an extra, I need an extra hour